Okay, so are you ready for this? Today, we're doing a deep dive into a program in Alberta, Canada.
Okay.
It's called the Special Needs Assistance for Seniors Program, SNA for short.
Catchy.
Yeah. And we have the program booklet right here from the Alberta government,
Oh,
and
excellent.
we're going to break it down for you so you know what it's all about.
I'm ready.
So what is this program all about?
Well, this program basically provides financial aid to seniors
Okay.
with low incomes to cover a whole bunch of expenses.
What kind of expenses are we talking about here?
Things like appliances, health supports, and personal care.
Okay.
So it helps them kind of maintain their independence
Oh, wait.
and quality of life.
It's all about, like, aging in place, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Being able to stay at home
Yeah,
and be comfortable and safe.
exactly.
So who can apply for this program?
Okay, so the program is specifically designed for seniors aged 65 or older
65 or older.
who are residents of Alberta.
All right, so got to be living in Alberta.
Yep, living in Alberta. And they need to hold Canadian citizenship or permanent residency.
Okay, so pretty straightforward so far. But I'm guessing there are some income requirements, right?
Absolutely, there are. Because obviously the program is aimed at those who need a little extra financial assistance.
Right.
So it's worth checking those out in the booklet.
And what about people who have deferred their old age security pension?
Ah, good question. That's one thing to keep in mind. If you've deferred your old age security, you won't be eligible for this program.
Interesting.
So that's a federal program. This is provincial.
Oh, I see.
So it's designed to work alongside that, not to replace it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So for those who are eligible,
Mm.
what are the requirements? Like what paperwork do you need?
Okay, so you'll need documentation
Okay.
to verify your eligibility and demonstrate your need for this assistance.
I see.
So things like receipts, medical notes from qualified health professionals,
Okay.
and your income tax returns will be required.
Sounds like a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, it might seem like a bit of a hurdle, but it's there to ensure the program's resources are allocated fairly.
That makes sense. You know, I think having all that stuff organized beforehand would streamline the whole process.
Absolutely. A little prep goes a long way.
Yeah, exactly. So how do people apply?
All right, so it looks like Alberta is embracing the digital age because there's a convenient online application option.
Nice.
But if you're a little bit more old school, you can also download and print an application form,
Okay.
or you can request one by mail.
Options for everyone. I like it.
Yeah, they're trying to make it really accessible.
It sounds like it. So once you've gathered all your documents and chosen your method, what's next?
Well, is there a deadline? That's
Yeah.
usually the big question, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't mention a hard deadline, but it strongly encourages seniors to apply up to a year before they turn 65.
Oh, wow. So like way, way before you even need it.
Exactly. Get a jump start on things so you can avoid any delays.
Yeah, that's smart. That's really smart. What if you get stuck during the process? Like you're not sure about the documents or you have questions about eligibility. Is there someone to turn to for help?
Absolutely there is. Don't worry. They've got you covered.
Right.
The Alberta Supports Contact Center is there
Oh,
to assist seniors with any questions or challenges.
that's good.
And the best part is they offer assistance in over 100 languages.
Wow. That's amazing.
So language barriers are not going to prevent anyone
That's fantastic.
from accessing the information they need.
That's really heartwarming.
It is, isn't it?
Okay. So we know who can apply, how to apply. I'm really curious to know what this program covers.
Yeah, let's get to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah. Is it just basic needs or does it go beyond that?
It definitely goes beyond the bare minimum.
Okay. I like that.
This program is all about helping seniors truly thrive.
Okay. So are you ready to dive into all the amazing supports this program has to offer?
Let's do it. This is where things get really interesting.
Let's go.
Okay, so we're getting into the good stuff now. We're talking about the actual supports this program offers.
Yeah, like the stuff that can make a real difference.
Exactly. Real, tangible help. And you know, earlier we mentioned those lifetime limits. Like for some items, you can only get funding once.
Right, right.
What happens if your application for something gets denied? Is that it? Or is there some kind of appeals process?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because what if you really need something and they say no?
Well, the good news is there is an appeals process.
Okay, good.
So it's not a dead end. There's a system in place to make sure things are fair.
That's reassuring.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about those supports. What kind of things does this program actually help seniors with?
All right, let's start with health supports because staying healthy is so important as we age.
Okay, makes sense.
And the SNA program really focuses on this.
So what kind of health supports are we talking about?
One that really stood out to me was coverage for CPAP machines and supplies.
CPAP machines. Oh, for sleep apnea.
Exactly. Because good sleep is crucial. And for seniors with sleep apnea, a CPAP machine can be life-changing.
It's not just about getting enough sleep. It's about getting good quality sleep.
Absolutely.
And that affects everything. Your energy, your mood,
Everything.
even your thinking.
Yep. And, it's not just the machine itself. The program also helps with the costs of masks and tubing.
Oh, wow. So all the supplies too.
All that stuff that you need to keep it running.
That's great because those things can add up, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Especially on a fixed income.
Okay. So what else is on the health support list?
Well, managing diabetes can be very costly.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So it's great that they cover essential diabetes supplies.
Like what kind of supplies?
Like test strips, lancets, needles, even sharps containers.
Those little everyday things.
Exactly, the things you need to manage your diabetes.
And it's ongoing, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a constant expense.
So having that support, that financial help, can make a big difference. Okay. So we've got sleep apnea and diabetes covered. What other health stuff does this program help with?
Here's one that might surprise you. They also help cover the cost of those nutritional drinks.
Nutritional drinks, like Ensure.
Yeah, exactly. Ensure, Boost, those kinds of things.
Huh. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Right. But it makes sense because as we age, sometimes it's harder to get all the nutrients we need.
And those drinks can be expensive too.
They can be, yeah. So it's a really valuable support.
It is. It really is. Okay, what else is on this health support list? I'm starting to think this program thought of everything.
Wow, they've covered a lot. Okay, how about podiatry services?
Foot care. That's something I need to think about more, even though I'm not a senior yet.
Right. But as we get older, foot care can become more challenging.
Yeah, and especially for people with diabetes.
Absolutely. And those professional foot care services can be expensive.
So what kind of things does the program cover?
Well, things like nail trimming, callus removal, just basic foot care.
That makes sense. It's about preventing those small problems from becoming bigger problems, right?
Exactly. Like an ingrown toenail, it seems like nothing, but it can turn into a serious issue.
Yeah, for sure. And bending over to cut your toenails is not as easy as it used to be.
Right. Exactly. So having help with that, it's a big deal.
Okay, so we've got sleep, diabetes supplies, those nutritional drinks, foot care. What other health-related support does the program offer?
Okay, how about one of the biggest healthcare expenses for seniors? Prescription medications.
Oh, yes. Those can be so expensive.
The SNA program can help with those costs. It provides assistance with prescription co-payments.
Wow, that's a huge help because sometimes people have to choose between their medication and other essential expenses.
Exactly.
That's a really tough choice to make.
It is. And this program helps make sure seniors don't have to make those choices.
That's great. It really is. So we've talked about how the program helps with essential health needs. But what about those everyday things that can become harder as we age? Like, how do you keep your independence when those things start to become difficult?
That's where the program's personal supports come in.
Okay. Tell me more.
This is where things get really interesting.
I love it. Let's dive into those personal supports and see what other gems this program has to offer.
Get ready, because there are some surprises.
Okay, so last time we were talking about those everyday things, those everyday challenges that can be harder as we age.
Yeah, those little things that start to add up.
Exactly, and how this program helps them.
Right. It's all about making life easier, more comfortable.
So what are some of the personal supports that the program offers?
Well, get ready for this one. Bed bug treatment.
Bed bugs. Seriously.
Seriously. Nobody wants to deal with bed bugs, but it happens.
Oh, I know, it's awful.
Yeah.
And I bet for seniors, it can be really stressful.
It is, especially if you live alone and you can't deal with it yourself. And as exterminators, they can be expensive.
They are. So this program helps cover the cost.
Yep. It helps make sure seniors can live in a clean and healthy environment.
That's great. What a relief that must be. Okay, what else?
Here's one that really shows they're paying attention to the details. Celiac groceries.
Celiac groceries. That's interesting.
Right. They're thinking about dietary needs.
Yeah, because maintaining a gluten-free diet can be expensive.
Exactly. And especially on a fixed income, those extra costs really matter.
So the program helps with that.
It does. It provides assistance for celiac-friendly groceries.
That's great. It's like having someone who understands your needs, helping you shop for groceries.
Exactly. It makes a big difference. Okay, ready for another one?
Hit me. Clothing costs.
Clothing costs. Okay, now I'm really curious.
So this isn't about buying fancy clothes.
Right.
It's about helping seniors who have had big changes in their weight because of medical conditions. Oh, I see. So if you've lost or gained a lot of weight and you need new clothes.
Exactly, because that can be a real financial strain, having to replace your whole wardrobe.
Yeah, especially if it's unexpected.
Exactly. So the program helps cover those costs.
That's very thoughtful. It really is. What else is there?
Okay, this one is a little sensitive, but it's important. Home cleanup, specifically for hoarding situations.
Oh, wow. That's a tough one.
It is. Hoarding can be a really complex issue, and for seniors, it can be even harder to deal with.
Yeah, especially if there are physical limitations or maybe some cognitive decline.
Exactly, and it can become a safety hazard.
Right, right.
So the program provides support for professional cleanup services.
That makes sense. It's about creating a safe and healthy living environment.
Exactly. And sometimes people need a little extra help with those everyday tasks too, like housekeeping.
Oh, yeah.
So the SNA program offers assistance with things like light housekeeping, grass cutting, even snow removal.
Snow removal. That's essential in Alberta.
Oh, absolutely. It can be dangerous for seniors to be out there shoveling snow.
Yeah, and it's physically demanding.
It is. So this program, it helps seniors stay safe and comfortable in their homes.
Okay, so we've talked about bed bugs, celiac groceries, clothing costs, home cleanup, housekeeping. What else? Anything else?
There's more. There's support for medical trips.
Medical trips?
Yeah, like if you have to travel to see a specialist.
Oh, right. Because that can get expensive.
It can, especially if you have to stay overnight. So the program helps cover costs like mileage, meals, and even accommodations.
Wow, that's really helpful, especially for seniors who maybe don't drive or can't travel long distances easily.
Exactly. It makes a big difference.
It does. Okay, what else is there? This program is amazing.
Okay, here's one that's specifically for seniors who are moving between continuing care facilities. It's called Medically Supervised Transportation for Continuing Care Home Type A Relocation.
Whoa, that's a mouthful.
It is, isn't it? But basically, it's for seniors who need a higher level of care. And they're moving to a facility that can provide that care.
I see, I see.
And because their medical needs might be complex, they need special transportation.
Like an ambulance.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the SNA program covers the cost of that.
That's great, because that would be a huge expense otherwise.
It would be. And it can be a stressful time for seniors and their families.
Yeah, absolutely. So having that support, knowing that the transportation is taken care of, that must make things a little bit easier.
Absolutely. Okay, here's another one. A medication administration fee.
A medication administration fee. What's that?
So this is for seniors who live in lodges or supportive living facilities.
Okay.
And in those places, the staff often helps residents manage their medications.
Oh, that makes sense.
But there's usually a fee for that service.
Right.
And the SNA program helps cover that cost.
That's great, because managing medications can be complicated, especially as we get older.
Absolutely. And it's important to get it right.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, what other in-home services does the program help with?
How about personal response service monitoring fees?
Personal response service. Oh, like those medical alert bracelets.
Exactly. So if a senior has a fall or an emergency, they can press a button and get help.
That's a great idea.
It is. It gives seniors and their families peace of mind.
It does. Okay, what else have we got?
Okay, this one might seem small, but it can make a big difference. Relocation of washer and dryer.
Relocation of a washer and dryer.
Oh.
Why would you need to do that?
Well, imagine a senior who can't climb stairs easily anymore.
Oh, right.
If the laundry's in the basement, that's a problem.
It is.
So the program helps seniors move their washer and dryer to the main floor.
That's brilliant. It's such a practical solution.
Okay.
Okay, what's the last one on our list? I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Okay, this one's for the caregivers. Respite care.
Respite care. Oh, that's so important.
It is. Caregiving is a tough job. It's demanding, both
Yep.
physically and emotionally.
Absolutely.
So the program provides financial assistance so caregivers can take a break.
Like a short-term stay in a care facility?
Exactly. It gives caregivers a chance to rest and recharge.
That's fantastic, because they need support too.
They absolutely do. They're the unsung heroes. And there's one more thing. It's kind of a safety net for seniors who are struggling financially.
Okay.
Help with utility disconnection.
Oh, wow. So if they're at risk of having their utilities shut off.
Exactly. The program can help prevent that from happening.
Right.
Or help them reconnect if the service has already been disconnected.
Because those are essential services. You need heat, you need water.
Exactly. This program helps seniors get through those tough times.
This is incredible. This program is truly amazing. I had no idea it covered so much.
It's impressive, isn't it?
It really is. It's so comprehensive, so thoughtful.
It really shows how much Alberta cares about its seniors.
It does. It's all about helping seniors live with dignity and independence.
Exactly.
Well, we've covered a lot today. And as promised, we have a link to the full program booklet in the show notes below.
So please check it out. See if this program might be a good fit for you or someone you know.
And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to the Alberta Supports Contact Center. They're there to help.
And remember, they offer assistance in over 100 languages.
So there's no language barrier. That's amazing.
Right.
And hey, if you found this deep dive helpful, please share it with your friends.
Especially your senior friends.
Yes. Spread the word about this amazing program.
And if you liked this episode, please like and subscribe to Timely Trends and News so you don't miss our future deep dives.
We'll be back next time with more information about programs and services that can help you navigate life's challenges.
Until then, stay curious and take care.
Bye for now.